Yo, yo, what's going on, everybody? Send a shout out to all my leaders of the old school. This is our Fox Sports Fantasy Football League. And I'm about to give you the recap on week 10, okay? Now, we getting ready to get into the scores. And this first game I'm going to talk about was a real jacked up game. I think both of these teams, not both of them had the lowest scores, but they had some of the lowest scores. And usually when you score less than like 80 points, 70 some points, you know you're going to lose. Unless the other person you playing gets a worse score than that. And that's what happened in this first game. We had the King Street Wildcats going against I Am the Game. And this game was so raggedy. I'm sorry, it was. King Street Wildcats comes out with the W 60-44. The one thing that was crazy is that I want to say I noticed that in the lineups there were like two people on buys. I want to say on both teams or one of the teams, but between the two, they had people on bye weeks. And then both of them had 8 players together. So I think it was like 4 and 4 on each side where they had players that had 0 points. Crazy. But enough of that. Let's move on to the rest of the league. Team Ramham goes against Ballers. And they get the W 62-30. I wanted to check into why Ballers had 30 points only. He had 5 players had 0 points. I feel for you, I feel for you, I feel for you. Now, moving on to the Rough Riders. They get the W this week, taking out Dome Records 93-49. I was going to investigate that one, but I've been doing enough investigating this week. Now, A-Town Jags gets the victory over Peach Hill Tigers 98-88. Too Hot for TV also gets a victory 102 to Texas Fire's 81. And with the top score this week, we've got Top Fly with a score of 112 to What You Expect 64 points. That was a nice win. A stomping if you ask me. Now, the standings as they are in the league right now, according to Quan, we have Too Hot for TV in first place. And what I will do, being that it is getting towards playoff time in the NFL, I am going to look more into these rankings and, division games and why things are a certain way. I have my beliefs on how things should be, but I may redo my little standings thing for next week. But I'm going to see. Alright, now, Too Hot for TV, record of 8-2. First place. A-Town Jags, also with a record of 8-2, second place. Now, in third place, we had the Peach Hill Tigers with a record of 6-4, and also with the same record, the King Street Wildcats, fourth place. Now, Ballers, they trying to keep balling with a record of 5-5. And in fifth place, I'm going to have to play that, triple fives. Write that down. Now, in sixth place, also with a record of 5-5, we got Team Ramham. In seventh place, with a record of 4-5-1, we've got Rough Riders. And in eighth place, we got Top Flight with a record of 4-6. Also with a record of 4-6, we have I Am the Game. In 10th place, we have What You Expect with a record of 3-6-1. In 11th place, Texas Fire with a record of 3-7, and in last place, Dome Records with a record of 3-7. Everybody pay attention what's going on with the rosters, with teams, with injuries, with the bye weeks. It will be over soon. But while we're dealing with it, you better watch football. That's the quickest way to find out who's hot, you know what I mean, and who could help you get victory going forward. Okay? Alright. I will check you next week with my recap of week 11. Alright? Peace.